Hello and welcome to the final, or actually maybe not the final, but to the last mission. We're finally gonna be able to finish up the story. Oh, and it only took almost 2 years now. 2 years since I started this whole journey, and now we're only getting to the end. Wow. So yeah, we'll be focusing more on the last mission because for the rest, that'll be its own separate video because I think it'd be pretty cool to see how if Azor's like, oh, yeah, you're Bruce Wayne, something like that, and have yeah, just all this like 100%, yeah. Anyways, but all this video is just focused on the last mission, cause I know it is.
Alfred, I'm going to give myself in to Scarecrow. It's the only way to save Robin and Jim.
Consider your decision wisely, sir. There could be no coming back from this.
So yeah, I'm a little not sick anymore, not like last time. The Riddler video was yeah, it was something.
That's what I'm telling you. There's lots of them. You ever heard of Clue Master? You're kidding, right? That one leaves clues at the scene of the crime.
Are you crazy?
Okay.
You give up and we're done. Both of us. There's no coming back.
Remember my promise to you, Joker.
The whole world knows. Now,
Gotham still needs Batman
Yep.
for one last night.
and then,
One last night.
Prepare the Nightfall Protocol.
are
Uh-huh.
you sure?
Yes.
There's no other way, Alfred.
It needs voice confirmation.
Martha.
Very good, Master Bruce. You can be sure your instructions will be followed.
And I gotta say, I have bad news and good news. The good news is that I got to experience that wonderful mission again, where I could snap the Joker's neck, go through a little trauma.
Mercenary life.
Yeah, go through a little trauma. I'm talking to her.
Diamonds in her jewelry box. I laundered all my money through her company.
Go through a
She
little
didn't even
trauma.
have to ask, and she dumps me. I hear you. My other half's a human rights lawyer. He thinks I'm on a business trip.
Anyways, go through a little trauma, and after that, I could play. It was a cool mission I got to experience again, But the bad news is, like with the Jason Todd reveal, that whole part it just didn't record because it's a block scene. I don't know why, but yeah, that really takes all the fun out of it. Because almost 2 years now, after almost 2 years, we got to the most mission I wanted to do the most, and it didn't record. So it sucks, but it is what it is, But hey, I did keep my promise though. I beat the game. I finished the story before Halloween. So yeah. But this is gonna be an extremely slow video. But I did realize when I was doing the mission, I could have took some screenshots because that's something I could do. So I could probably tell a little story about that, about the screenshots, about when I went through. So yeah, enjoy it. Alright, so this is gonna be a little PowerPoint slideshow. Yeah, it's basically about how I got kidnapped in the Batman Arkham Knight thing. What sucks is that I didn't get to record, or I didn't get to take screenshots when it was around like when I get to snap the Joker's neck, that little area. I had a good plan for that, but nope. I was too late, so I was already stuck on this part. This is where Scarecrow starts taking me inside, and I think it was to unmask me. Yeah, it was. I'll keep it short and simple. I won't show you too many screenshots I took, because I took like the whole segment of this whole mission, but it was pretty cool. So yeah, let's just get started. So Scarecrow is just bringing out a gun. He shoots Robin in the chest, and he's like, ah! He's like, take off the mask. He's like, it's gonna be alright, Jim. He's like, but the people, it's alright, Jim. He's like, alright. So the whole world is gasping because it's Bruce Wayne. Even Scarecrow's over here like, what the fuck? Bruce Wayne. So yeah, eventually he brings out his drugs and he drugs me. He's like, "Ugh!" And Batman's like, "Ugh!" And eventually we're transported as the Joker in this dream nightmare mode. I don't know. It's like, this guy killed 50 of our men. We gotta kill him. He's too dangerous. And Two Face over here is like, cool it, Penguin. We got 50 of our guns trained on this man. He ain't going nowhere. And so Joker's just asleep inside. He's like, guys, come on. Wait. And so, boom, the Batmobile comes in. And so the Batmobile just comes crashing in, killing Killer Croc, most likely, and Joker jumps inside the Batmobile and we start going crazy, we start moving around, shooting up people and just blowing up the whole place. And eventually, when the dust settles, Joker comes out the Batmobile with his gun, like, oh, what a wonderful time, A cool Batmobile design, too. I like how that looks. And, eventually we have to go inside the building, hunt down the remaining villains. Osborn over here, like, don't shoot me, please. So he's just hiding right there, begging for his life. And I only did what was most reasonable. I shot him dead. So yeah, that had happened, and we also did the same thing for Riddler. He thought he could take a hostage, but this is Joker we're talking about. So I shot them both. Yeah, Riddler's talking about like, how could you? And so I shot him down too. And now it's just Two Face. He's right here talking about like, I can't let you leave like this. And as we get closer, he's gonna shoot me, so I gotta shoot him. You already know that. And so had to put him down. We had to, it was necessary. Very necessary. And now I'm just right here staring at this dead body, and our minds kind of getting a little bit fucked up. So because like I'm seeing Jim now, I'm just like, what the hell? He's like, "Arr!" And he's like, shh, 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 shh. And so now the world is full of fire. Joker finally gets what he wants. We're just out here enjoying our time. Alfred even calls it. He's like, stop it, sir. And he's like, Alfred, don't worry. And so eventually we're just like transported back, and as Joker, so Scarecrow's just like kind of wondering like, yo, what's wrong with you? Because like obviously he's acting different from how Batman is, so and he grabs him at the neck, and so he's just starting to get freaky with us, and he's wondering like, why aren't you scared? And we just start laughing it off, and he starts getting mad, so he injects us with more drugs. So now it's time for Joker's time to be afraid, But now we're back in a nightmare mode, but this time it's Joker's fears, so everything just starts turning dark, and he's like, where's the lightsaber going? What? Where's everyone going? And so I'm presented with my own death again, I'm seeing my body get disintegrated, and we're just walking around seeing nothing, maybe a few statues along the way, and now I'm just trying to find a way out, but suddenly, jump scare! Batman's there, So now this has turned to a horror game for me, and the gun is like a pacifier, it's just there to comfort me. And so I see a funeral hell for me, so I see Harley right there, she's crying, and I don't know what's going on with her. And so now I just went into this room, and they're just talking about the Joker, talking about how I died, and I'm just like, who's that? The question mark guy, right? No. Let's just forget him and move on. Yes. So now that's got me mad, and so I'm just looking around trying to find my way out. But now I see Batman right there again, so now I'm just like looking around, and I keep seeing him. He keeps appearing, and every time I turn around, he's right there. So now I start getting frustrated. So I started blasting everybody. I start blasting every time I see him right there. He keeps coming back. He keeps scaring me, and I'm getting scared. It's just like, what the hell? But yeah, as I keep shooting, he pops out of nowhere. He jumps out, kicks me, and punches me through a wall almost. So I turn back around and he's not there, so why not just go through the wall? And now I'm walking through the smoke, and this is where I find the exit. I'm thinking like, oh yeah, let's go. But it turns out it was a trap, because now I'm back in my Arkham Asylum, this is my most fear. And all of a sudden I'm hearing fucking boss music, and here comes the Batman. And so he starts talking about like me being forgotten, so I take it personally, and I start shooting at the guy, but he just ignores the bullets I shoot at him, so he grabs me and starts choking me out while I'm over here panicking because I'm taking too many screenshots, and he starts saying, I am the Knight. I am Batman. But hey, enough of that stuff, because now we're the Batman. And so here I start kicking his ass. I'm beating him until a pulp. I'm saying like, I never liked you. And so I started like kicking him back into the cell. I'm doing a combo over here, like, and I kick him in eventually, and he starts coming after me like I just broke up with him or something, and he starts begging for me to not lock him away, and he's saying he needs me, and then I start feeling a little bit bad, but hey, I'm Batman, so yeah. So we return back to normal because we locked the Joker away, and because that shit is not working on us no more. But Scarecrow over here is still talking shit, you know. And so he decides to drug me again, see if that works. He's like, let them know fear. But little does he know, we're already immune to that weak shit he has. So what does he do? He brings out a gun and threatens me. He's like, if no one fears, then what's the point of living? But little does he know, I got my boy Red Hood over here. He shot the lock off my thing. And now that I'm free, you know, I grab him, I start pressing him, and so I grab his own drugs, and I'm about to inject him with it. And he starts struggling until I finally inject him with it, so I'm like, what's wrong? Scared? And now my boy Scarecrow over here he's freaking out, you know, he's tweaking out, you know. I guess he never tried his own supplies because he can't handle it, you know. He's seeing stuff. He's looking around looking for the boogeyman or something. He's seeing all types of shit, but I guess it's not the boogeyman he's after. He's looking. What? He sees something worse. The Batman. And so after that, you know, he just starts screaming. He's just like, ah! And so Jim hits him with a right hook. You know, he's tired of his shit at this point. And now that he's down, you know, I'm over here comforting Robin because he got shot in the chest. So yeah. And so after that, you know, we suit up, and then we take him back to the police department. And so we take him out of the thing, you know, we take him where Cash is already, you know, he's already waiting. He's like, oh, Bruce Wayne, huh? I think I'll just stick with Batman though. And we still got Scarecrow freaking out, you know. And he's like, Scarecrow, you scared of what, huh? Be careful, they're gonna touch you down there. What? And we're back already because that's how it is, you know. So I hope you enjoyed that little PowerPoint presentation I was showing you. But now, to make up for the rest, we can finish the rest of the mission since hopefully the PowerPoint wasn't too long. So, yeah. Satisfactory. Another one. So, we can probably confront Azria now. That's a cool one. And we can finally fight Deathstroke. I'm so excited for that one. I'll see you in a bit.